This is a story about life, about struggle, about success. Not just mine, but yours too. Because whether you see it now or not, we're all trading something every single day. Time, energy, choices. That's life. That's trading. I wasn't always here. I wasn't always the guy you see on your screen. I started out just like most people, uncertain, broke, doubting the system, doubting myself. But one thing kept me going, the belief that life's biggest opportunities aren't given, they're taken, and I took mine. See, trading isn't just about charts, candles, or currencies. It's about discipline, patience, and the courage to bet on yourself. It's about understanding that every loss is a lesson and every win is a stepping stone. It's about the grind, the sleepless nights, the early mornings, and that voice in your head telling you to keep going when the rest of the world says stop. But let me tell you something. This journey didn't start with success. It started with failure. More failures than I can count. I remember sitting in front of my screen, watching the markets eat me alive, thinking maybe this isn't for me. But deep down, I knew it wasn't about the markets. It was about me. My mindset. My choices, my willingness to adapt, to learn, and to grow. The truth is, trading is a mirror. It shows you who you really are. It forces you to face your fears, your doubts, and your limits. But it also shows you your potential if you're brave enough to see it. I'm here now because I refuse to quit, because I learned to see every loss as a stepping stone, every setback as a setup for a comeback. And if there's one thing I want you to take away from this, it's this. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be persistent. Success isn't about getting it right all the time. It's about staying in the game long enough to win. This isn't just a stream. This is a movement. A space where we don't just talk about markets. We talk about life, about growth, about becoming the best version of yourself, not just as a trader, but as a person. Because the truth is, the charts don't care about you, but this community does. I do. And together, we're gonna rise. So, take a deep breath, clear your mind, and get ready. This is where traders are made. This is where dreams are built. And this is where your story begins. Let's get it.
What's the deal, gang? What's going on? Welcome to Monday. How's everybody doing? Probably better than me. But I'm glad y'all made it. Yous made it. Post a Zoom link on YouTube. I just did, yeah, so you should be able to see it now. Into a bit of a breakdown. The 30 is about to close here. I'm not looking for anything off the 30 here. Just get some ranges going. At 30 just closed, a little bit below. How am I feeling? How am I doing? I'm in a lot of pain. I'm just sick and tired of repeating that. I want to say I'm doing great. Finally, this pain has left my body. I'm finally feeling great. You know, I can stand up and just actually feel great. You know, when you feel good, you just feel good. You know, you're like, you know, physically, your whole mood, your whole attitude is different. When you're walking around in constant nagging pain, it's not, there's no way to live. That is no way to live. I'm in a lot of pain. Glad to hear, man. How you doing? I'm in a lot of pain. Glad to hear that. Thanks. Yeah, I see us coming down, but I think any more drive down or any more sells, any more of a short move, we're gonna need a range 2 breakout for a sell. even though we had this heavy push down, there's really no range. No range established yet, no support, it's just coming down. So wait, no, that's not what I meant. Let me step outside into the warmth. I swear this AC above me doesn't help either. I turned it off, but like when you're in the sun, it just feels better. It feels cozier when I take it out to the sun. Well, what did you mean then, if that's not what you meant? What's up, Viv? What up, Sam? Sam, did you get your account yet? I dropped yours. I submitted yours and Reggie's together. I think you and Reggie will get it at the same time. Hank's in there. What's up, Hank? Haven't seen you in a little while. Oh, God. Benny, I'm not in the mood. Move away. Had to watch the Pacers get clapped for the second year in a row. Yeah. Honestly, they did a lot better than I thought they would. They played Game 7 on the road, lost their star player beginning of the game, and kept it close through the half, through the first. I actually said that they'll probably keep it close to halftime, and then third quarter they'll start pulling away. That's what happened. Yeah, it's possible to win in the NBA Finals in Game 7 on the road without your star player, without probably the best, without the MVP probably. Holy shit. Damn. The Soviets are coming. Did that actually have a red star on it? The chopper had a red star on it. Chat. Y'all better go dig your heels in. I think I see Russian tanks on Ocean Drive. Just giving y'all a heads up. Holy shit, what the fuck was up with that chopper? I've never had some shit fly so close to my house. I feel like the air lifted the neighbor out or something. Been profitable for about a year now. Okay. And I've traded 50K funded accounts, but for 4 days in a row, I started a 200K account, just went on like a 10 losing streak halfway. Hey, my best trading of my life was followed by some of the choppiest trading of my life, to be honest with you. It's just, there are times where you're really tested. You have to keep your cool. You got to get through those times. It may be, a tough day, it might be a tough week, could be a tough month. You got to push through. Like, all of it is making you better. All of it is helping you with your adjustments. All of it is, giving you data, basically, on yourself. The key is learning how to read that data, how to interpret it properly. But year over year, you should be better, more knowledgeable, or sharper than you were a year before. There should be a year over year growth where, yeah, you'll eventually come back to the high of previous years, right? And that would be the low of your next years, if you understand that. People at the Zoom door. Come in. But, you go like this, and you're at your highest over here, right? And then you see some pullbacks, you pull up, you get even further, and then eventually you come back to where you were. And you're like, damn, I was just here, and I've been killing it for a whole year here with this push up. Realize that you're here because the next push up's got to come. So, I mean, that's just how life works, man. Fibonacci sequences, that's how life works. We just don't use them here, but look, 2 eyes and a smile. This is you. After trading all 3 sessions, this is exactly what you look like. And what am I doing? Art class right now. And do me a favor, close that door, please. Ow, I just turned my neck. That hurt. Yeah, just going through it a bit. Love you too. Alright, so here's the deal. I really wanted to see some kind of range 2 breakout for sells as in closure below 33.68. That would have just really confirmed sells for me. There's nothing below there. We got this little chop that we're in right now, so I'd rather find a support here, start pushing up, and then break that support. So if we can do that, I'll look for some sells. For now, this has just been a heavy push down, no range created, no stops, right? So for sells to work out, or for cells to give us to set up. And if you now are requiring a range 2 breakout out of yourself, right, to if this whole thing is a range, right, because this was a clean drive down, and you get this bullish candle, now you have a range 2. You also have a range that gives you stops, any kind of breakout is slow. It should technically take you down, right? If we see a break of that low. Also, if we see a break of that low, we have a range that we're breaking out of, and we can keep our stops above that range, and it's also a range 2 breakout. For now, we can come back up the same way we came down. We can create a support right here if we close back in range, right, and start pushing back up. Can't take another trade today because if it's a loss, then it'll reach my daily count. Yeah, I lost one of my fundeds yesterday too. I think I got two left, 2 paid, and now 2 left to trade. Ooh, that's one thing we haven't done. Sir, 945. We'll see what happens. Oh, what up, Reggie? Good morning. Nice. Oh, you talk about the account. Such an ugly sight on the calendar all red days. Make it a mix and don't lose everything on those red days. Mix them up a bit. Throw some greens in there. Your trades are all protein. You need some carbs. Benny. Is the floor itchy? Are you scratching the floor? Yeah, let's see if the 15 can create a support here or close bullish. If it can, that leaves a nice bottom wick here on the hourly. We can look to fill it on the next hourly as we break the 15. Let's see what happens. What'd you listen to when you were in high school? Howard Stern. A lot of Howard Stern. Not.
You remember Howard Stern?
Yeah, we had no choice. I don't know, for some reason, teachers in school loved Howard Stern. I would come in there And like we'd have first period, but my ass would always go to the teacher's lounge first because I would just talk shit with all the teachers. And then every morning I'd be late, and my first period teacher would always be dialing up the teacher's lounge. Be like, yo, is he in there? Because I would just walk in there and just like vibe with all the staff. But I thought I did. They probably hated me. They're like, why is this kid in here? Why is he in the teacher's lounge? Who invited him? Which teacher brought you in? Like being at a party you weren't invited to, everyone knows you're not on the list, but somehow nobody says anything because just maybe somebody brought you in. So when you walk into the teacher's lounge, it would always be Howard Stern on the radio. They would just have a radio playing. But music-wise, we listened to a lot of Eminem.
I was about to say that.
We
Eminem,
listened to a
Wu-Tang,
lot of
Eminem.
Eminem, if I remember correctly. Like, yo. Latin rap? No. You know, we listened to a lot of Eminem and a lot of reggae. Like a lot of Sean Paul, a lot of Elephant Man. Because I remember all the school dances, and we had a cheerleading team and we had a clapping team. Clappers. They would walk in and they'd be doing all this shit. Just be clapping everywhere. Be like, all right, is that the fucking cheerleading team? No, they would look like a cheerleading team, but they were clappers. That's what it'd be called. No, we didn't have the people that made beats with. We did in the lunchroom. In the lunchroom, there was always a couple of kids that were making beats. Always, but we had a clapping team. The Lincoln Clappers. This is the bullish 15. Broke previous 15 high. See how we close. Good old days. You know how high school was for me? Like, no one had a car. I think I told you the story, guys. Nobody had a car. Like, and there was like maybe 2 or 3 kids as you started getting into like 12th grade, like into like junior and senior year. Like some kids would have a car. This is New York, right? It's public transportation everywhere. I lived across the street from the school. Like, I just had to cross the street, but it was a really big street. And then on each side, you had a service road where people park. And, yo, when I got my first car, first of all, I was always late because I lived across the street from the school, so it would take like 30 seconds to get there. So because of that, I thought I would always make it on time, and because of that, I was always late. Number one. Number two, when I got into my senior year, I used to go downstairs when I got my first car. Get in the car, start it, drive to the corner, make a U-turn, pull up by the school, also in front of my house, park right there, just across the street. But at least everybody see me pull up in a car. They're like, oh shit, got caught. and go into the school. It'd be the dumbest shit ever.
Nah, you had to let them know. That's high school.
Bro, I go to the corner, make a U-turn, come right back, park in front of the school on the school side.
That's right. You ain't do nothing wrong, Wicks. You hear me? We do the same shit in Philly.
No, but then I come out after school and there'd be like 30 people just sitting on top of my car, just because everybody's just sitting on all the cars. It's so packed. My school had 4,500 people in it, almost 5,000.
That pride, man. When you're a young boy, you got that will.
98 Beta with 150 kg. Nah, bro. I had a 1990 Nissan Maxima.
Ooh.
With the automatic seat belt. The shit that, remember I told you, the shit that would just choke the shit out of you if you get in the car wrong. Or if you was just getting in the car to get something out of it, but not sitting down, and sometimes you'd lean over, you'd start getting choked the hell out by the seatbelt because it starts going around you, and you're like, I'm not trying to get in here. Leave me the fuck alone. You're trying to just fight the seatbelt off as you're looking for whatever you're looking for in the car. Just fuck. It's like a little security thing. But it wouldn't like stop you. It would just like really annoy you and get in your, it'd slow you down. If you try to steal that car, you could still do it, but it would take you longer. You'd fight with the seatbelt for about 5 minutes, and then it would slow you down.
That and the club. You probably had a club on that, John, right?
Oh no, you know what I had? I had the club on the whatchamacallit, the stick, the shit, the the stick that goes drive, auto, drive, reverse, neutral. What is this shit called?
A stick shift?
Yeah,
No,
the stick
it wasn't
shift.
a stick shift.
Whether,
it was just automatic.
for automatics, you mean?
Oh.
Yeah. Same reference, I would say. Yeah, stick shift, handle.
I had a club on that.
Gear.
There used to be a bar that was screwed in from underneath the car that go right into that place, and it would have a lock you could put right onto it.
I ain't even gonna hold you. Not that, John. That's pretty different.
Yeah, I mean, no, it was popular back then. I remember everybody, like, you either had a club or you had the shit on the shifter.
Shifter, John. Yeah.
A gear selector. Yeah, it wasn't really.
You remember the
gears.
mirrors? I know you remember the Pep Boys mirrors. That's like 4 mirrors straight across, but all one mirror, and it just like sideways. It's your rear view mirror, but it's a long one.
Yeah, and the shit had the little squares in it. Is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah.
And then there would be a piece in there that would let you see the wide angle. You'd have the wide angle cut out in there too.
Mm-hmm.
1 hour close.
My mom had one of them.
Everybody's parents went through that shit. At some point, you get old enough where that's what you got to go through. I was looking for a break of the previous 15 low on the next hourly, but I want to see how this closes. It's 2 minutes to go on the hourly. Oh, God. I don't know why I'm in so much fucking pain. This shit's got to go away at some point. Looks amazing on the 1 hour. We just got some levels here. If this is how we close, if we open up with a top wick, I'll have sell stops on a break of this 15 low, previous 15 low. So I have to use my side mirrors when I'm racing. Yeah, most people, some people, a lot of people, I won't say most people, a lot of people didn't have side mirrors back then. I mean, the cars would come with them, you just wouldn't have them. Be a good-ass driver in high school.
Yeah, I was into car swapping, for lack of better words. I was into car swapping on them days.
Yeah, I was into bike swapping.
Oh, the bikes.
I just wouldn't. It wouldn't really be a swap.
I used to Honda key them. Take a Honda key and take a Toyota. I'll take a Toyota key and take a Honda. It just fit.
Yeah, that's some shit you do and don't tell nobody, bro.
You remember that? The master key between those two cars?
This guy's giving out all the trade secrets. Yeah, you're gonna have a
You remember
fucking
that?
generation of failed traders stealing cars tomorrow.
Right. Yo, not the pill under the seat. Big ass pill. It was pink. Hey yo,
Lock
this
in here,
smell
gang. We
good.
might have positions here soon. Need some top wicks. Right, there we go. I'm gonna have a sell stop here on the break of the previous 15. I don't know where we're gonna top out, so we can break this previous high. We might not, but I'd want to use that previous high as a stop. Just thinking about using the break of the current, but I think I want to be below the previous candle. It's only about, what, 4 pip difference here. Four-hour close. I closed on spot and hasn't closed on futures, and also depends on the broker where it closes, when it closes. Well, it's tapping resistance, which is a good thing. Right, this is an area you'd want to bounce off of. When it closed for futures in an hour at 10. Ah, my fuck shoulder, man. Alright, guys. Give me the bird signal when it starts heading down. Somebody needs to go. Brrr. Said don't want to send the wrong bird signal. It's a seagull. You know how to do a seagull? And not a Steven Seagal. Don't go start fucking swinging at the mirror. How do seagulls? What the fuck do they do? Are they the ones with the caw? Ah! Ah! Mine.
Need my medicine.
Holy shit. Damn it, Benny. Yeah, I just fucking... Benny behind the curtain. I just walked inside and I stepped right on his face. This guy. Sorry, Benny. Support here, huh? On the more recent time frames, we clearly see this hourly fill in the range down. We filled it. We're not bouncing up. Now, if we start closing bullish on the 15 or getting close to that closure, I'll delete. Breaking highs, 4 minutes to go. Yeah, this is gonna have to come down heavy here. Even if it closes, it's gonna have to be a really weak candle for me to leave this open. Broke the previous 30 high. Delete, 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 delete. Bing bong. News incoming soon in a half hour. 33 minutes from now. Yo, so did the US destroy the bunkers or no? It was like mixed news on that. I remember the first night when it happened, like the most of the news people couldn't even get the names right of the facilities. It'd be like Fort Al, Esteban. I'm like, what the fuck is Esteban? Look it up. That's how random this shit was. What's the reason I shifted? Because I would be in a lot of drawdown here right now if I didn't shift. There would be a pineapple right here right now. And actually, honestly, if you were looking for buys, this is target. In buys? No, I'm not in anything. Waiting for the market to set up for me. Let's... Pineapple for the dub. Yeah, this is funky. This is funky. Drove down and drove up with no retest. Maybe was this the retest, right? It created the wick, came back up, and then retested here. It's tough. Because on the hourly, there's just drive up, drive down. Like, this is very rare. There's no structure to what we're doing right now. It's just pushed up, pushed down. You want some structure in order to be able to have an edge, right? Your edge is based on structure and volume. Yeah, also be careful time-wise. NYC open 9:30, but red folder's 9:45. So might be a 10 a.m. position. You want the NYSE open volume, but you also don't want to be stuck in a position. Come red folders. Yeah, that's good. Tap the tip and reject it. Like a virgin. What a very first time. Thank God I didn't say what I was thinking. Y'all think the shit I say is fucked up? Think about the shit I almost say.
I don't say. Figure it out.
Benny running around the pool trying to get the ball that's floating in there. I got a football floating in there, and he's just running around the edges trying to figure out which edge it's going to next. That ball's like, Borat, you never get this. And he's pissed over there. Good thing you have chat to fill in the gaps. Touched for the very first time. You guys seen the song? I mean, it's fucked up, but these guys came up with a song, bomb, 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 I ran. And they dropped that like 6 years ago, that song. And then yesterday, the shit hit like 3 million views or 6 million views. Imagine that's how they blew up. Because some shit blew up.
I remember that though. That song. Where that song's from?
6 years old. I checked it out on YouTube. It was dropped 6 years ago. But yesterday, this shit caught like 2 or 3 million views.
Mm.
Shit is so.
I feel like I heard that in the movie somewhere.
No, it's a take. Yeah, it's a song. It's a real song. But they made fun of it. It was like bomb, 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 bomb. I ran.
That's crazy.
Yeah, like they foretold the future with that one.
Remake was made 6 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay, I
That's
get it.
funny.
The original song has got to be old.
Yeah, the original song is really.
Yeah. Okay, I get it.
The original song is like 50 years old. Honestly, in today's world, there's nothing original. Everything is like bite off of something, right? There's everyone samples everything.
Yeah.
A lot of samples aren't even credited. People sample shit and just make it their own. Dude, how many times? There's so many times the songs come out that like those artists probably never even heard of the original. It just sounds like an original. It's their original idea, but it sounds like some. Because throughout history, how much shit has been written, right? You really don't know every single try, and then you come up with something thinking it's original. There's something similar that's been done 30, 40 years prior. You never heard of it, but like As time goes on, it gets harder and harder to be original because ideas get used up. What are you doing, gold? Yeah, I was thinking about the minions. Yeah, that was with the minions too. They had that in the minions. Yeah, they were showing Iran, and they were showing all the green, white, and red flags, and it said on the bottom Tehran, and from far away this shit looked Italian. I was like, damn, there's a lot of Italians in Iran. It's like, why are they waving Italian flags? And then I realized I got the same fucking colors.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what do the Italians have to do with this right now? Manny, hey, yo, stop chewing on my shoe. Good boy. Listen. Here's the deal. We had to push down. And we're back in an area with a lot of chop. So, if we can get out of this chop, our life will be a lot easier. We blasted through it up and down, but now we got to either close above it and continue up, or close below and continue down. What I do like is the fact that it broke the previous candle high, attempted to drive up here. So maybe a respect of this area, and the next candle breaking the low would start leading us to the hourly flip. Right? If we get an onion here, and for an NYC open, right, we could maybe start heading to the hourly flip down here. But timing wise, it just sucks because, yeah, it's NYC open, it's beautiful, but 9:45, we got these folders, man. Yeah.
We got these cheeseburgers, man.
Message. It would just make sense here, like, to come retest the lows, up or down. Come on, Wicks, get this big D out of us. Okay. Then a trade bet. Took a sell in this 1 hour opening. Then what's the stop loss for that trade? You know what I'm saying? What's the stop loss for that trade? Right there. 218 pips. Look at the previous 1 hour. That's where we're driving from. Yeah, I probably would have entered here. Probably would have been out by now. On the flip. I just can't hold these stops because there's a possibility of that stop. But you're right. Yeah, I might have probably been out of there. Three minutes here for NYC Open. I mean, NYC Open, we can make a bottom, we can continue up. Let's see, a lot will depend on this closure too. Took a L on Friday, took a sell at New York Open. Can you look at the charts for once? Can you look at the charts for once? Damn. He took a sell off the rip here on the bottom. So you closed right at support and you took a sell. I didn't draw the support because this is here. I drew that support because this is here. Right? This is 2. This is 8. On the opening. This is the 8 a.m. Yeah, so you won. If you took it on the opening, if you took a sell on the opening, you... I mean, it drove for 56 pips. Get an instant sim funded future. Oh, yo, you guys need to double check. I don't know if the promo's running. I think the promo ended last night, but you guys should double check. It was 55% off for instant funded accounts. Yeah, I got one more yesterday. Weather today, mostly sunny and irritating. Awesome. Your sweat glands are fucked. Thanks. Appreciate the news. You took it at 9. At 9 is even worse, because at 8 you had room to come down. At 9 you were right. You closed right at support. Look. 9. 2. At London session, pre-London, you formed a support here, came down. You're sitting right at it. There's no closure below. There's no range towards it. You're right at it. That's what it is. Has something happened with Don? Seems you're informing the messages. Sorry, man. Like, what am I informing? What? I haven't watched stream in a couple months. Don hasn't been in like a year. Over a year. I know he was doing Twitch, but then somebody told, I think last week somebody said that he's doing What is he doing? He's doing something. He's doing something else. He wasn't on Twitch again anymore. He's doing private live streaming. Yeah, that's what they said last week. But I know just as much as you. I haven't spoken to him since his birthday. And even that was like a happy birthday. Thank you. Stop streaming on Twitch, it looks like. I don't know. I haven't gone on Twitch. Ignoring? My bad. Oh, ignoring the message. But I recall you used to talk to him a lot. Yeah, so did Trump and Elon. Things change. If that's not what happens in your life either, you are weird. It happens with most people I know. But Trump and Elon had a big falling out. Yeah, but Trump can't. I mean, Don can't say I'm on the Epstein list. We didn't have no falling out. No, we just talk less. But I promise you, if he calls me and he's ever like, yo, can you do this? Or I need your help or something like that, I'll fucking be there. Coming up, coming up. It's NYC open here, right? He doesn't owe you a bottom wick, really. Just go drive up. I think his previous candle closed with no top wick. You probably expect the top wick here into these areas where you see all these rejections and then right back down. Usually. But NYC open's a bit different. You can just give you volume and push. So we'll see. Honestly, I'd still expect this to come down and grab orders. If it just pushes up, we're looking for a whole new setup above 33.96. VIP things. Okay. I guess it's for very important people only. I'm more of an SIP. I'm a somewhat important. Where's the SIP interests? Gold said, wee, wee. The Wi-Fi's booming. I gotta get that soundbite. The Wi-Fi's booming. It's a good one. Where's Green? Is he still in Vegas? You got a family, bro. Come back. Green's fucking living La Vida Loca. Pump it, Goldie. Yeah, this is... What's up with this flimsy drop down? Like, what was this? Why did we come down like this? If we're bullish, what the fuck was this? Well, but the 4 hours flipped bullish and drove up, so we shall see. Topic on the hourly. Or a 4-hour bullish drive. Alright, once the 4 hour closes here in 20 minutes, if it closes like this, we're going to be looking for buys at 33.83 once we come down for support here. Maybe even create a bottom wick for this previous 30, then come up. But we have to wait for news here in 6 minutes. $6.40. It's coming. Oh my God, it's gonna happen. Did you guys see this shit? Trump tweeted, "Make Iran great again." Mega. It's funny. Put that out yesterday. At some point, I feel like even the aliens got to be like, let's just wait till he's out of office. Let's just land when he's gone. I feel like if aliens land in the White House lawn, Trump is sending in ice. Even those guys are like, let's just wait this thing out. Make space great again. Tom Holman on the scene where yeah, it'll be wild. Yeah, aliens land here. What are you gonna do with the wall? You can't build the wall. We're building a dome. It's gonna be a big, beautiful dome. The best. We make the best domes. We got the little green men coming in, but they're lovely little green men. A lot of them are lovely people, alien people, but some of them are space criminals. We can't have space criminals flying over our wall. We need a dome. China. For citizenship call. Yeah, we've been over that, right? You get all the child predators on an island with all the illegal aliens and let them fight it out to the death and call it Alien versus Predator. Fuck, televise it. That will be some wild shit. Imagine the television, the commentary. Imagine the commercials. Who's sponsoring this shit?
Monster.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm in tears over here. Fucking Trump, man.
Yeah, like, who the fuck is gonna be? This rape segment is brought to you by Plan B. Plan B and Red Bull.
Crazy.
Celebrity Alien versus Predator, right? We have like Jared, the subway guy, on there. Versus that was the Salvadoran guy that they just deported and then brought
He
back.
came right back.
He came right back. Yeah, you just throw those two on an island. Alien versus Predator. I'm watching that shit. Run, Jared! Oh, man. Yeah, somehow I don't think that's getting picked up, Muggs. I don't even think we're getting to the pilot episode with that. All right, we got news here. Good numbers. Will we come back down? What do we have after that? We have existing home sales in 15 minutes. It's the 23rd, right? Last week of the month. Wow. Half a year after this week is up. This is the last week of the first half of the year.
Blink of an eye.
Yeah, the way the news came out, this should come down, but this closed above the most recent range here, above the most recent level here. It's only a 15. Yeah. Old strategy. If we didn't get out here, it would have been entry, pineapple, pineapple loss here. But we definitely would have been out here. Retest the range and see it. You think it's gonna flip bullish and drive up? It could, which would be anti-news here, right? I guess the world instability will be driving this. Worldwide instability will be driving this heavier than whatever news we just had. I just don't know if this is a level here, right? Let's say we close bearish here on the 15, but still above 33.96. Buys above here makes sense. But is this the level? Because look, we just came up here and we tapped it on the dot. That's the level that has your attention? Yeah, you know, me too. I think I'm going to want not just like a celery play to drive past this, but maybe a closure above it. We'll see. We'll see here in 10 minutes. We will see. Give me a sec. I'm going to run to the bathroom. Be right back. BRB. I think you guys hear me now. You guys hear me?
Yep.
Oh, all right, cool. All right, 2 minutes here for this hourly, for the 4-hour close. Look at this 4-hour push. But yeah, I am watching this level where we opened up. Don't expect a break at a slow now on the previous 4-hour, but you do expect some kind of steep bottom wick here to grab order. Oh, not steep, but some kind of bottom wick here to grab orders so we can come up. It's the first time driving through here. I think if we get closures above here, we can use this is gonna get tough. Even the next hour bottom wick, even if you flip this like, as long as you're anywhere within these wicks, you can flip, reject back, create a steeper bottom wick. Previous hour, previous 30 doesn't have a bottom wick. Previous hourly doesn't have a bottom wick. Typically, when you see the next candle pulls back through the entire or a large portion of that body. Look, we've seen it come in. We've seen it the other way right here, right? So we've seen it as we came up here on this bullish candle. The next one pretty much filled the whole body. Then the same thing happened here on the bearish candle down, and then we refilled the whole body. So typically when you close like that, you'll refill a large portion of that body or the whole. It's actually happened in the last 2 candles. This candle right here is very similar to this candle right here. And this candle here is the same thing, just upside down. Refilled. Refilled. Will the next one fill? Wow. So what's the level? Was it 3,400 or was it 3,496 here? This is funky. But this, like, the celery play here looks interesting too, but look at that's a strong rejection. Think either we need to close below some more candles, more waiting involved, or we're going to need to close back up above that area. Strong rejection, right? You do expect the next candle, the next 4-hour, to give you a bottom wick. But it kind of closed a little bit above it, right? How did the 4-hour? Yeah, because if this is the level, right? If this is the level, then this is lovely for sells down. But we close right at this area, so I'm a bit skeptical because this could be the level. Then if it's gonna go, look at this. It retested this level again. If it breaks the low, I don't know. This could be a really heavy and fast move down, but if it's not, we start closing below here. I think I want a closure below the range first here. It's a lot of range to come back down. 100 pips. Yeah, I won't be in on this candle. If this candle starts coming down, breaking lows, I won't be in it. The most recent 15 closed above here. You can make a bottom wick here and re-break highs. But the thing is, there's a lot of potential here for the sells, right? Especially from this area after this heavy bullish drive up. A lot of potential here for the bottom wick on this 4 hour, right? Yeah. On the 4 hour, it looks lovely. A lot of room to go if we're going to correct a large portion of that candle. How much is a stop above the current high? 60. News out? Yeah. Home sales. Good numbers. So gold should technically come down here if those were good numbers. Oh, that's so tempting. See what this 5 does. Here on this 5. Yeah, with the news out and the way this 4 hour closed, it's a very tough read. I would expect a steeper bottom wick here on this 4 hour. And the news is playing into that, but the price is coming up. Maybe grabbing some orders for, oof. Man, it looks like it's going to come down if it breaks these lows. There's nothing here. But I will wait for a closure. Oh, that might be the move. Yeah, could come down heavy here if it does. I just don't like that closure respecting the most recent. It could be a bottom wick and drive up, even though we do need a bottom wick here on the 4 hour. I understand that part. Oh, there goes. There goes. It's clean range to the left, right? We said if it's gonna go through here, it should fill it fairly quickly, fairly simple. If it goes through there, but it could be a bottom wick here for the hourly to ride up, so. Huge range, yeah, huge range. News is in your favor here too, but I'm not a big fan of that. If this, I would have liked this to close in range. If this closed back in range after tapping these areas, I think we'd be in there. This was like iffy. I was on the ropes. I don't want to be in when I'm on the ropes. Right, you want this candle here to have closed back in range, back below. You got in? Yeah, I was on the fence about it. Like, I just think long term, I probably don't take this. This also very, very tough read because we don't really have a level here. I mean, you could have just, went with it and based on the news, but I don't know. So iffy about it. Yeah, this is clean. Once if it goes, it goes. Got this whole candle to retest. We spoke about this earlier. Volume here. Volume. Well, if you trusted this level, you're a winner. If you didn't, then you're still waiting. Been a V-shaped market, yeah, for the last half year. Hasn't really been retesting as much, right? Or the pullbacks have been steeper than the drives. Get an instant. Yo, did anybody check if that promo's still running? I know it was running yesterday because I got one. Yeah, right. A lot of my runners go B. Yeah. Promo's over. He said it was going to be over on Thursday, then on Friday, and then on Sunday it was still running, so.
Looks like it's 40% discount
40%
right now.
Yeah,
40,
so
yeah.
it was 55 yesterday. What a drive. Five. Very little range here. Yeah, quite a few if you took this. Yeah, I'm not looking for anything here. It's either gonna have to come back up, re-break highs, or we're gonna have to close below the previous hourly low. It's got some movement to do at this point. I mean, that was the push. That was really the push you want if it closed back in range. If this candle closed back below. Break of the lows with the news seems lovely. Once this target is filled, right, this you're kind of mid-range. Need new support, new resistance. Oh, this is a banger. Whoever's playing that definitely got spirit fingers. 100%. These are not spirit fingers. These are spirit fingers. Never really got there. See the 4 hours flipping bullish. Hard to look for a top hook sell off the 15 once the 4 hours flipping bullish. Might get both. Might get a bearish flip and then a bullish drive up, but 4 hours still fresh. The top hook sells here, if that's what you're looking for. 42 pip stop. It's not bad. Yeah, if we can tap that area, maybe not a top book sell, but if this can flip, if the 4 hour can flip bullish here and then come down, still re-break the low on the 15, right? So we get up to these highs. Five minutes here on a 30. Sorry, 10 minutes. Yeah, that's a lot of time. Let's see. 390, right? 390. Yeah, chat. Let's see if this re-breaks highs. I want to put a sell stop here on the flip of this candle. On the 15. I think if we drive down from these areas without a bottom wick, we'll create one. I was thinking about top wick sell from this area, but that's also the hourly flip, right? The 4 hour flip. So continue up here. But if it doesn't, and this 15 decides to flip after this, then we can use that as a stop. If 15 closes bullish, then we just delete. So we spent the first half of the 15 coming up, making a top wick. Can we spend the next half coming down? There's the flip. The hourly, 4 hour, 30, everything's flipped. It gave you that bullish flip. Now if it come down, re-break the lows. It would be amazing. If it doesn't, we wait for closures above the range. Once we break the previous 15, then I'll delete. Or if we close bullish. See who's telling the truth here. The higher time frame, the smaller time frame. And they told us this hourly will grab a steep bottom wick. No, I said this hourly has potential to retest the entirety or a large portion of that previous candle, right? And if this 15 flips bearish on this 15, I think we'll get our move to retest a lot of that candle, the previous hourly. But if we don't, and we close bullish on the 15 here in 5 minutes, then we'll just delete this and wait for closures above. I'm not telling you it will drive down. I'm telling you on the off chance if we break the slope. But yeah, it's likely to come up. The higher time frames are all bullish. Here. Yeah, it's 3 minutes here. We broke highs. Delete. Delete. It's hard to take buy stuff rebreakers or on rebreaks at highs here too, right? Because there's a level right there. Is it gonna run the last 2 minutes? Yeah, I'm not gonna re-add this sell stop here. No. If it decides to come down now, let it. It's 2 minutes in the candle. If it closes here, no, I'm not planning for buys here. No, I want to get out of this chop, whatever area we're in. Up or down, let's get out of here. There's a lovely push on the previous 15. Just a bit steeper bearish closure on the one before that we would be in. I guess it really depended on where you drew your level here. Nothing to plan for, right? Right now, I mean, you will not plan for buys. You can't plan for buys. You're at resistance. You're printing at resistance. You got 90 seconds here, but you're still printing at resistance. It's a funky daily candle. Had more volume last 2 hours than all week. Yeah, I guess. But no position for me. $30 closed. Yeah, I'm more bullish than bearish here. Even though we're in this chop. Yeah, I'm not going to trade within this chop here. In this range. Just want to get out of here. So what time are you here? Probably till 11. I ain't fucking leaving. I ain't leaving. Appreciate that, Eddie. $1.99. Get myself a coffee. Remember back in the day, just in New York, you just go outside, you go to any corner, there would be just a stand, a coffee stand. Dollar coffee. Coffee and a bagel. Coffee and a donut. That wasn't even back in the 1900s, chat. That's this millennium. Me neither, Eddie, but I'm sure he appreciates the promo. Damn, recent history for you. Yeah, that shit was basically yesterday. It's 30 coming down for the flip. Oh, man. Just don't trust it. 5 close bullish. We don't have a top wick here. Just be making a bottom wick to flip up. But if we do come down, I mean, great. Sourly's a bit scary. You got sell stops, break 30-minute lows. I mean, yeah, good luck. I don't. I'm going to be waiting till we actually close outside the range, and I'm more bullish here. We would really have to break down here towards below 90 or towards 80 areas for sells. Probably a range 2 at this point. Should have been 3K viewer stream. Why? It's not one of our greatest streams. Just reading price action, but no entry. Nothing that I'm comfortable with. A few things set up, but not for me. Are the sprinklers on? What is that noise? fuck turned on the sprinklers? Benny? Show me your hands. Why your prints all over the sprinkler? I saw your paw prints. This guy's living his best life. He just turned on the sprinklers so he could fucking bite them. That's his like favorite pastime. Bite the sprinkler. Ooh. Ooh. Don't look at me like you didn't like it. Who loves water? Who loves water? You're a good boy. Yes, you do. Come here. Time for a hug. Time for our morning hug. Let's go. Bring it in. Come on. I'm not going to tell you again. You get one offer. Come on. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You're a good boy. You're a good. Alright. Hug's over. Hug's over. Hug's over, bro. Yeah. Yeah. I feel you. Alright. Alright. Hug's over, bro. Get away from I'm gonna be itchier than a kid with chicken pox later. He doesn't know the meaning of no. Like no. You got a celery play here at the break of the hourly high, right? The 4 hour. The overall range to come up here. It's this damn closure that I'm right here, or the opening of this candle that I'm just not sure about. I'm very skeptical. I want a closure above it. Everything else seems great. Nice round number 2 here, 3,400. $30 seconds for this 15. That's an ugly closure. Maybe we'll be here a bit longer, depending on how this 15 prints. I told you, see, one hug, now I'm all itchy. I gotta fucking go wash my face. Yeah, there's no more interesting shit in the world of sports. I mean, at this point, they might as well have a war, right? Ain't shit else going on. Need some kind of entertainment. Florida man's been kind of quiet lately. Haven't seen much out of him. Yo, Wix, you said yesterday in the beginning you lost yesterday in account. What trades you take, and can you explain? I took buys on a 30-minute fake out for Asian session, but then when we hit stops, we took sells because sells made sense at that point, and it was like an even day. But the thing is, on those buys, I lost my funded, but on the sells, I was on the live. Guys with kids, how was your first experience? Have any tips or advice? Are the kids here already, or are you still pregnant? Or are you like renting some kids right now, and just to see if you're on the way? How far along on the way? Because technically, oh, you got expedited shipping. Oh, so you're damn near. Damn. Honestly, I don't know. I think you're gonna have to man up. They got this weird shit nowadays. It's called fatherhood, and I think it's good for you. It'll make you a better person. My kids taught me a lot more than I've taught them. I think I can confidently say that. I think they've taught me way more than I've taught them. So they sell a course. excited about, nervous. It all comes to you in the process. You learn everything as you go. It's almost like like comes naturally. Like, I don't know. You trust me. You have it in you to be a good dad. Know some guys still giving their kids to their mom so they can party every weekend. For me, like, if I'm out somewhere without my kids, I always go back to the fact that, and it's an actual fact that I would rather be there with my kids. I have a better time when I go anywhere if my kids are there than if I go somewhere and they're not there. And I'm always thinking, damn, I should have brought them. They would have enjoyed it. They would have had fun. That's like how I always, anywhere I go, I'm like, damn, they're not here. They would have had fun. They would have enjoyed this. They would have liked that. So yeah, there's times like people are like, oh, get away from your kids, get some rest. Like, come, let's do this, let's do that. I'm like, can we plan the same shit but with the kids? Like, that's not a drag for me. That's kind of like, that's a positive. It's not like, it's not a crutch. I drop them off. I drop the kids off with the grandparents when they, like, you know, when they want to go there, and like the grandparents really always want to see them and stuff. But I'd rather, if I'm going somewhere, I'd rather take them with me. Ain't saying this shit about 11 though. All right, kids. You see now that there, that's a BBL. We got the bang on here. Yeah, I try to go nowhere without my kids. So the 4-hour broke the high. Might see a push now, huh? Previous candle, no top wick, closed below the range, but we did break the 4-hour high. Just no entry for me. You'd expect a pump up, right? The hourly broke its own high. But we haven't had a single closure above here yet. I'm gonna pray for you, big dog. Wait, just got my leg chopped and dad at the same time. What? What's that mean? What do you mean you got your leg chopped? That's how I read it, right? Like he had his leg chopped off and he's a dad now. Damn, y'all thought y'all had problems? Got run over at the cross. Oh, you're serious? Damn, bro. Oh, prayers out to you, bro. I mean, look at it on the bright side. You can now actually get a bionic leg. Oh, Eddie. My dude. See? Anytime. Superpower leg. Yeah, I was just thinking, first thought in my head is like, how do we keep this positive? Bionic leg. Bomb. Bro, Messi ain't got shit on, what is it, your right leg or your left leg? Just take it off and swing at the ball. Go! Wait, hold on. So you getting paid? We should hang out, bro. That should be on your Tinder profile. Got hit by a car, getting paid. Man, if this hourly closes as a leg candle, here goes the 4 hour. $1K a month till 2030? Nah, you got ripped off. How much is your lawyer getting? That's nothing. For losing a leg? Actually, that's 7 figures a month. $1 million. Bro, why are you yelling? Somebody just lost a leg. You have to be calm. Damn, how you only getting 1K? You lucky Jay not here. Jay don't appreciate the yelling. Two minutes for this 1 hour close. You're in Europe? Oh, bro, in the US? Bro, what the fuck are you saying? Is he talking to somebody? Chat? I'm so confused. Is there a conversation going on? He's yelling at someone? And not dead, yeah. Hey, princess, how are you? Did I just walk him? No, why? Is he wet?
No, he smells bad.
He smells bad? He farted, probably.
No, he
Smells like pee? Maybe he peed on himself. I haven't walked him yet. I think Lily just walked him out to pee. But you know what he does, right? He lays down. My dog's weird, chat, by the way. When he pees, he like lays down with his whole stomach on the ground and then pees. He's broken. Like you're peeing like a freaking like a girl, bro. It's a girl dog's pee. All right, so leg candle on the hourly, right? You'd expect this to come down. Maybe we'll see a fake out back down in range. I don't know. The 4 hour looks amazing, but that hourly closure, that's tough. But the good thing about this is our first closure outside the range. So either we create a top wick and fake out, heavy drive back down, or we create a top wick and then eventually a candle will break it, right? And when that happens, we will be in there to, remember we said at some point this wick's gonna have to get filled. We'll be in there to look to fill this wick. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna take this to the signal channel. Hopefully we fucking set up today. So all we need is this candle to create a top wick. Come down here and tell us where it closes. Either it closes respecting support and breaks of highs will be positions, or it closes back in range and it's faking out, and then you'll look for some sells to support. Actually, in this case, I don't think I'll have sells until we're below 33.90. Right? If it comes down, I might look for support to form here. But this is tough. This leg candle here is, this is the definition of a leg candle, right? No top wick, fucking bigger bottom wick than the body after the flip. It's just textbook leg candle. I'd expect this to fake out. No sells probably until below 33.90. I'd want it to drop. I'd want to come back down here, break that previous 15 support over here. This is a range now. If it comes down here, you're still looking for buys at 33.90, right? To form a support. But if you close below it and you had a leg candle, yeah, you're looking to come down. You know what? It might even be this. Maybe a closure below there. Be careful here, because you might come down. Right, and literally get this on the 5 or a 15. But on the 30, right, get this on a 5 and a 15 here. And yeah, it looks like a celery plate down here, break that low would hold, but on the 30, that would be a hold of this support, the 30 level. And basically a candle closing. Oops. Like this. At which point, if you're still holding this area, just be the bottom wick on that hourly to continue up. And you'll already have a top wick here, so any break of that high will probably be valid. But you would have to come back down here and retest this area and either establish a support or break below and look for some sells to finish out the range. But be careful with this 30 and 15 area that's down here. Oh, I got that right on the dot. Because you can tap the 15 area and close below, still above on the 30. Which will signal the push up. In US 30, no FOMO. What's a late candle? I'm new to your stream. Late candle is just this hourly candle, right? You've rejected, you've driven up, you have a bigger wick than the body after it flipped, right? So this wick is bigger than the body, the flip remained intact, but you've closed with no top wick, indicating the fact that this bottom wick is technically range to fill now, and this is resistance, right? So technically, or how you would visualize that is, now this is a resistance, right? And this is your support. Technically, that's your range right now. Here to here. Right, so if this candle closed with no range, indicating resistance, right, you're at the top of the range. If you hold it, you typically, and you start coming down, you see this wick down here. Once you get those closures below, at that point, you're starting to fill this wick here, which is the hourly bottom wick on a leg candle. But the issue is the 4 hour here grabbed the bottom wick. It closed above the most recent. It grabbed the bottom wick. It flipped bullish. It rebroke current highs and then previous candle highs, right? So the 4 hour looks great to come up. So I have to wait. Either this closes back down here in range, or we start rejecting to come up and re-breaking highs. This looks like it's setting up pretty soon here. Gang, let's call it a session. Take this to the signal channel. I think I want to get some positions in there. Yeah, I'll be on Zoom, gang. I'll see you guys in the clubhouse side of things. Hopefully Marga comes back sometime this week. The rest of the mods, thank you for helping me run the stream. Chat, love and wisdom to you all. Signal channel, I'm gonna be active in there for the next hour probably. Looks like we might get something. Looks like it's moving now. It's creating some ranges. All right, yeah, drop some likes. Go get your top 1 futures instant funded accounts to be ready for tomorrow. Even though they're 40% off. Oh no, 40% off. I hate discounts. Hate discounts. Right? Use code Wix and yeah, join the signal channel. We'll be trading in there. Chat, love and wisdom to you all. Hasta la pasta. See you tomorrow, same time, same place. And Sam and Reggie, I think look out for your accounts sometime tonight, but you should have them before tomorrow's session. All right, those are our last 250K account winners. All right, as for me, chat, my time here is up, and just like that, another New York session is in the books. Am I done? Yes, I'm finished with my stream, baby. Give me 1 second. I'm still trading. Grab a seat next to me. Chat, be proud of where you are in life, and if you're not there, if you know what being proud of yourself in life looks like, then you have the roadmap. Just get there, and I'll see you on the other side. Later.